Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, County Council approves a bill that brings additional protections to tenants. The Rockville Town Square celebrates the season with a new holiday tree lighting. And later, we take you to the musical hall at Strathmore for the 17th annual MCPS Latin Dance Competition. But first, County Executive Ike Leggett joined the police and fire chiefs to provide information on how to stay safe this holiday season.
Andy, fetch. Come on, take it. There you go. There you go.
I drove around 6 or 7 times around the parking lot waiting for somebody to leave a parking space. They had no tag. They were sitting in the space, but I didn't want to confront them. That's not the right thing to do. It's not the safe thing to do.
Drivers are reminded that it is illegal to park in a designated disability parking space without disability tags or license. The fine is $250. Trish Galilee is a commissioner with the county's Commission for People with Disabilities, and she joined County Executive Ike Leggett to remind residents to respect the space and practice overall safety this holiday season.
You must give full attention to your surroundings at all times. It is important for holiday shoppers to know that 1 in 4 collisions with pedestrians occur in parking lots. Drivers and pedestrians need to stay alert, looking out for each other.
As of last month, there have been over 3,800 injury collisions. 392 of them involved pedestrians.
Heads up for the drivers, heads up for the pedestrians. Be safe, be smart, and curb your distractions.
Also important is to be responsible while consuming alcoholic beverages. Officers will be conducting enforcements. A Don't Drink and Drive task force will also be responding to underage drinking parties. The task force will continue through January 7th.
Do plan ahead when you attend a holiday party. Have a designated driver if you're going to drink. Arrange for a taxi or an Uber. Do remember that RAP provides their sober ride service every year at this time. There is no excuse to drink and drive. You can end up in the hospital, in jail, or in the morgue.
Making Montgomery County a globally competitive and highly diversified knowledge-based economy, that's the primary goal of the Montgomery County Economic Development Corporation. David Peter is the first CEO of the corporation. And this week, the County Council received its first briefing on the work plan for the organization. Susan Kennedy has the full story.
Montgomery County Economic Development Corporation, pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us.
The Montgomery County Economic Development Corporation has only been at work for a few months, but big ideas on how to increase the county's economic competitiveness are already being generated, which includes increasing the county's visibility nationwide.
So we're going to have an arsenal of talent, capturing those stories from local businessmen and women, our local talent, our local quality of life features, and broadcasting that throughout not only the Montgomery County and Washington, D.C. region, but domestically and internationally.
Getting the whole world to appreciate what value we offer here. The challenge for us historically has been that, we were always the beneficiary of federal largesse in terms of employees and contractors and the like. And it was really when the recession hit that we realized, boy, we got to retool, handle this, look at this differently. And that's what we're doing now.
Members of MCEDC and WorkSource Montgomery have been out in the community visiting businesses across the county, making sure they are listening to the needs of that community and understanding the challenges they may have.
I think the biggest challenge is that there's so much opportunity, there's so many priorities. It's how to succeed in accomplishing goals fast enough. Really the low-hanging fruit to me is being out present throughout the business community that's already here, making sure that we're conveying that we're here for their success, that we're here to remove a barrier to their success, and then we'll begin that outreach outside of Montgomery County.
And what was the most encouraging thing the council heard today?
We're really in the game.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
A new legislation has been approved by the Montgomery County Council. Once signed by County Executive Ike Leggett, the initiatives will provide broader protections for tenants. Lillian Bass tells us what those protections are.
I raise your hands. That's unanimous amongst all.
With a unanimous vote, the Montgomery County Council approved a bill that will give better protections to those who rent in the region. It is estimated that 1/3 of the residents in this jurisdiction will benefit from the new changes, especially those living in precarious conditions due to the lack of maintenance in their apartments.
Better inspections, more frequent inspections, clear language in leases, leases of two years and 1 year that you have to be offered on renewal instead of automatically people going month to month, so people are going to have some long-term security in their housing. I think those are, really big things.
For those who don't wish to renew their leases and decide to go on a month-to-month lease, will now have a 90-day rent increase notice. Another provision to this legislation is about the state of rental units in the county via improved data collection and publication.
One of the issues that we have confronted is not having enough data regarding rent increases and how to compare if there's indeed areas in the county where you might have more rent increases that are going above and beyond what are the guidelines. And so that data is something that we feel it's really important.
One of the biggest challenges that the county faces to address issues related to apartment complexes is the lack of complaints from tenants.
People should also be really confident that they can report violations that they see. They can call my office, they can call 311. We have people taking those calls in Spanish and English and other languages as well. And they should feel very confident that they can report violations without fear of retaliation, because we'll back them up.
Part of the new changes is to allow tenants to hire professionals to make the necessary repairs if the management of the apartments does not do it within the established parameters. The tenant will be able to deduct the cost of repair from their monthly rent. In Montgomery County, Lillian Mass.
The newly elected members of the Board of Education are being sworn into office this month, and they are excited to get to work.
Well, I'm very excited. I'm really excited about the opportunity to work on behalf of all students in Montgomery County, and I'm looking forward to that work for the next 4 years. And just want to say a thank you to the voters of Montgomery County for the faith that they have placed in me, really. And I think it's a sacred trust to represent our students.
They can expect a board that will be working together to make certain that we're providing a quality education and instruction for our students that will be able to graduate career and college ready. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to working with everybody. I work with Rebecca Smondrowski, PTA, and we have a good relationship. And I've met Jeanette Dixon, been able to talk to her a little bit on the campaign trail. So I'm looking forward to the work. Very excited. Very excited. It'll be good.
Coming up on County Report this week, we bring you reactions from the local Cuban-American community after Castro's death. And there have already been several fires ignited by improperly disposed ashes. We talk with Fire and Rescue about prevention. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Cuba's former dictator, Fidel Castro, recently passed away, and for many Cuban-American residents here in Montgomery County, his death brings back painful memories. My MC Media's Mitty Hicks has more.
Imagine you losing everything that you loved and treasured. Imagine a group of communist thugs coming in and stealing everything from your parents that worked so very hard to have what they had.
It's been more than 50 years since Rockville resident Joaquin Cabrejas fled the island nation of Cuba. Today, he operates the restaurant Cuban Corner, and when it comes to discussing Fidel Castro's death, he says he has mixed emotions.
I'm not elated because I'm a Catholic, but I know that he will meet his maker. But at the same time, it's a mixture of feelings, of rejoicing, of joy, and then thinking of the grief and the sorrow this person has caused to my country.
Silver Spring resident Riamberto Rodriguez was only 9 years old when he fled Cuba.
He, as the dictator of Cuba for so many years, simply impacted my life, my family, very deeply. The hurt is deep.
Rodriguez recently went back to Cuba for the first time after 49 years and documented how his memories of Cuba are shaped with faint childhood memories, family stories, and Castro propaganda.
It is to be expected that in Miami, in Tampa, in New York, LA, where there are concentrations of Cuban-Americans that fled Castro for it to be a celebratory moment, just as it is expected that back in Cuba, for many, is a moment of mourning.
Despite the emotions, these Montgomery County residents say they're remaining hopeful and looking forward to a positive relationship between both Cuba and America. In Rockville, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
Montgomery County's fire chief says there has been a recent increase in fires sparked by improperly discarded ashes.
As we start using our fireplaces or our pellet stoves, we then take those ashes out, wrongly put them in a plastic bag, a cardboard box, and then put them in a trash can inside the house or inside the carport. Days after that may be cold, those ashes still have enough heat in them that once you've mixed them up, they will then start to re-spark and very frequently begin to bring back the fire. How to take care of it? Put it in a metal can. If you have a fireplace or a wood stove, when you clean out those ashes, put them in a metal can. Take that metal can and put it away from the house. Don't put it next to the garage or in the carport or next to the shed. Put it away from the house. Always put it in a non-combustible container, preferably a metal can, and then put it away from your house.
You can find out more about fire safety by visiting the county's website. Now it's time for a new consumer alert. Joy Matthews from the Montgomery County Office of Consumer Protection gives us some holiday tips.
As the holiday shopping season begins, the Montgomery County Office of Consumer Protection offers advice to consumers. Here are some tips. First, set a budget and stick to it. The OCP website offers advice on financial literacy as well as education and advice on debt collection practices. Next, if your purchases are being shipped, make sure the location is secure. Use secure online tracking to help track your packages. To eliminate identity theft online, be careful of unsolicited links disguised as holiday promotions, greeting cards, or delivery notifications. When buying, find out the return and refund policies. Not all stores have the same. Gift cards are convenient, but they may have fees or other limitations. Charity and prize scams are prevalent during this time of year. Remember, you don't have to send money to get a prize. Before donating money, verify the charity with organizations such as Charity Navigator and GuideStar or the Maryland Secretary of State. Beware of travel websites and emails that offer unbelievable deals, have low-resolution logos, or have consumer complaints online. Seniors, watch out for grandparent scams. This is when someone calls you claiming to be a grandchild or calling on behalf of the grandchild in need of money due to an accident, foreign travel, or even jail. And finally, beware of holiday hiring scams where work from home or mystery shopping job offers appear in your inbox. For more information on consumer holiday tips, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/OCP. Click on A to Z Consumer Advice, then Shopping.
Coming up on County Report this week, Montgomery College students immerse in an exercise to feel what it's like to be an immigrant. And the City of Rockville kicked off the holiday season with the official lighting of its tree in the town square. We'll take you there. Stay tuned.
A message about protecting your pipes and ours from WSSC.
Get to MC and we'll get you going.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Montgomery College students are incorporating the experience of a refugee right on campus. Carolina Galeano has the story.
MC students found themselves playing a game, except this game involves simulated family separations, dangerous border crossings, hunger, and uncertainty as experienced by millions of refugees during an event they call Hunger Banquet.
The title of our event today was In Harm's Way, Understanding Families Seeking Refuge. And that understanding was really the mission and the focus of our entire event. We really were grateful to be able to bring our students together for an opportunity to talk to one another, to share those stories, and to hopefully find some positive places to put their energy and their desire to make a difference.
Well, myself, I'm an immigrant. In 2005, I had to leave my country because there was a lot of violence and crime and gang activity that my whole family had to move to the United States. And that's how I relate, because although I'm not considered a refugee, I relate to other people that are going through a hard time to look for a house, look for food, and a shelter to be at.
Long story short, we gave them the experience of a refugee, what they go through when they have to leave their family and they have just a few seconds to take their families and one supply to cross the border and the challenges that they face. The bandanas was to help them locate their families. The danger of crossing the border for that part is when you make a noise and someone hears you, you might get caught. You might not make it. So that's what the bells were for.
While the refugee experience could frustrate and depress the spirits, these students not only came to better understand the struggle of millions, but were also inspired to action.
So based on the whole planning process about the Hunger Banquet, I have been inspired, really inspired to start a nonprofit to help refugees overseas. The process of it inspired me as a person. This is my first time being an MC of an event, and I had no idea what it's like, so it gave me more confidence and the desire to be an MC more.
For County Report this week, in Rockville, I'm Carolina Galeano.
The sights and sounds of the holiday season are alive in Rockville Town Square. Here's the story behind the state-of-the-art holiday tree that everybody's talking about.
Our goal is to try to keep Christmas as traditional as possible, but infusing as much modern technology as we can. And so my mom's a special needs preschool teacher, and she was talking about a child that was losing eyesight in the eyes and loved the Grinch. And I said, well, how can I really bring the Grinch to life for him in some sort of installation, working in the Christmas light industry. And so we went back and forth and, determined that the Christmas tree was the place that had the most lights. And all we need to do is use really advanced lights and a very advanced data management system. And we could actually map it in 3 dimensions and put the Grinch on the tree for him to enjoy.
Well, it's an RGB tree, so each pixel is computer controlled. So it's the only one in the area that has that type of system in it.
people across the world are working on this, from Europe to Asia to the US, coast to coast. There's a lot of different hands involved in putting this together. That we brought together custom composition of different Christmas music. You'll hear things you like. That sort of tells the story of the growth of light, from fire all the way through bubble lights and C9 bulbs. And as we move through that evolution, we also move through evolution of music and different genres. Create a full custom piece of animation in 2 dimension to go with the music. So it's actually 2 separate tracks that merge together completely in tune.
It's brand new technology. We're the first company to use it in the United States. It's all programmable, multi-color change. It's all computer programmed, and Bluetooth feed controls it on your phone. And that's how we talk to them, right through our phone. Mainly the light show will be going on at nighttime, but it'll be decorated for daytime enhanced, and there will be subtle lighting going on during the day. So we'll have a daytime program and nighttime program on.
And every night it will start at 4:50, and every hour it will go on, and then it will run through the entire holiday season.
Coming up next on County Report this week, hundreds of MCPS students rocked the Strathmore during the 17th Annual Latin Dance Competition. And we'll tell you how the county, in a partnership with the YMCA, is matching young males with mentors. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Here's your chance to save money and help the environment. Bring your reusable bag when you shop and you'll save 5 cents for every store bag you don't need. Retailers in Montgomery County charge 5 cents for the plastic or paper bags they provide. Why? Because plastic bags are the biggest single source of stream and waterway litter, causing pollution and flooding. And every year, Montgomery County spends $3 million on cleanup. So do yourself and the environment a favor. Bring your reusable bag when you shop. You'll fight litter and keep the change.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Dozens of energetic high school dancers took the stage at the Music Center at Strathmore to represent their schools at the 17th Annual MCPS Latin Dance Competition. MCPS TV was there and brings us more of excitement.
After many months of hard work practicing steps, kicks, and spins, more than 200 MCPS students from 8 high schools participated in the 17th Annual Latin Dance Competition. The students performed before a packed house at the Music Center at Strathmore.
It is a wonderful way to bring together students from all walks of lives to exercise in creativity and problem solving, and not to mention incredible dance.
This competition is sponsored by the After School Dance Fund, an organization that offers Latin dance clubs in 17 MCPS high schools where students have the opportunity to express themselves while sharing their cultures and traditions.
I think the program provides a safe haven for them. They find a very tight group where they can support each other, not only with the dance choreographies or learning new steps, but also after school. It gives them a sense of belonging.
The most rewarding thing about participating in this competition and being a part of a Latin dance team is that I can really express myself fully in this team, and it's a lot of fun and camaraderie. Just the feeling of team and just everybody having each other's backs.
Being able to work with different people that I've never talked to, and considering them family even though they aren't my real family.
To participate, students must be in good academic standing at school, and they grow personally as well.
It helps me definitely motivate myself more because I know that if I have practice, I have to get my work out of the way right away. So I'm always on top of my work. I'm always constantly checking my grades because I know I have to practice.
So I think that the biggest lesson that they have learned is discipline.
As we all know, Latino culture is rooted in our music and our dance, and it's so important for our young people to preserve, protect, and share our traditions.
When I dance, I can really show the world who I am without needing to use words.
Einstein High School and Clarksburg High School won Best of Show, but all dancers were declared winners because of their hard work and their dedication to Latin dance.
Some young Black and Latino males are receiving in-depth mentoring through a new program just launched by the YMCA's Youth and Family Services branch. County Executive Ike Leggett and the County Council provided nearly $20,000 to fund Inspiring Futures in response to President Obama's My Brother's Keeper initiative. My MC Media's Phyllis Armstrong met one of the mentors and his young protege at the Germantown Library.
You know who OBJ is, right?
No. Oh, Beckham? Yeah. Bend them like Beckham.
The bond Terry Cheney and Alvin Williams share.
And also their quarterback is out. He got hurt too.
Grew beyond a mutual love of sports in the nearly 2 years they've spent time together.
It's been fun. Like, he's funny. He plays around a lot. Like, he does everything. He's like a father.
Without question, I think the conversations for me have been probably the most enriching aspect, because there you really get to hear what's on his mind, on his heart.
Terry's aunt suggested her nephew get a mentor through Youth Links, a YMCA Youth and Family Services program.
When I was in school, I started having like problems and anger issues, and like my dad wasn't there in my life.
You think that's what the NFL players wear, huh?
The executive director of the Youth and Family Services branch in Silver Spring sees just how urgent the need is for Inspiring Futures, a new critical mentoring program for young males of color.
Hopefully this will provide a holistic approach for these young men to grow and develop as successful, however they define success.
The new initiative, funded by Montgomery County, is designed to provide intensive intervention for 10 young males of color.
So that'll be exploring the political, social, and economic realities that these young people are growing up through, and hopefully providing opportunities to discuss and dive into or process emotions and feelings around race, gender, identity, inclusion, and opportunity.
You talk to the coach?
Terry and his mentor are transitioning into Inspiring Futures and will continue getting together for movies, meals, and other activities Alvin hopes will encourage the 8th grader to be a leader and stay out of trouble.
We just can't sit on our couches and point at the television and be upset. You know, you want to also ask yourself, what can you do to make a difference? Terry, I want to show you this book here, so when you come back here.
And while there will be setbacks, like breaking his leg in Pee Wee football, Terry believes his mentor can help him with a game plan for getting into college and the NFL.
He's gonna always be there for me. Like, he's always gonna help me. Even when I get older, I'm still gonna remember him. He's gonna remember me. It's just gonna help me get through life. Have you ever watched the movie Gridiron?
Phyllis Armstrong in Germantown for County Report This Week.
The confessions from
The WISE Youth and Family Services branch in Silver Spring is seeking more professionals and community leaders willing to devote at least 1 hour a week for 1 year. Training and support are provided for mentors who clear background checks. Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
This is Piglet. Piglet is about 7 years old, but we don't know for sure because she was found as a stray way back in August, and she's been looking for a home ever since. She's very, very active, quite short as you can see, very strong, but very, very loving. She's really desperate to find a home, and she needs a few ounces on her. She's very thin right now, too. She needs your tender, loving care. Please look at Piglet at our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD, or give us a call at 240-773-5900 and ask about Piglet.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.